program may contain moments of great personal reflection, sudden and striking realization, things you should not try at home, the truth about cats and dogs, incomplete thoughts, rambling gibberish, completely ridiculous opinions, winning lottery numbers, things you could really care less about, barking dogs, and unfortunately, Mike and Stan.
Who likes to be silly? I like to be silly.
What kind of radio show is this?
This town needs an enema.
It's about to get all stupid up in here!
Get up, get on up, get up, get on up. Stay on the
Hola, welcome to Open Mic Live and whatever BS holiday it is today, whatever made-up holiday it is. Do you know which holiday it is today? Last week was 420 and all the other ones.
National Pancake Day.
Pancake Day, National Pancake Day. Happy National Pancake Day, and if it's not, so what?
I may have just made that up.
I believe you. I believe that you
Dude,
are
that
a
was
liar.
very believable, right?
Yeah, he said it. He said it
Like,
surely.
there was no question in his eyes about it. It was like he had pancakes this morning because of it.
You're listening to Open Mic Live, heard every Thursday right here on openmictheshow.com, IRN Broadcast.com, No Nate Network, Raw Talk Online, and catch the replays on 920 WN The Apple overnight Fridays and Bubba Army Radio Saturdays at 10. Of course, you can get involved in the chat board, and just below that, you can see all of our friends and family, which I just said, but then a little bit more, Spicoli TV, Nitwit, and some of our other friends. Stan, who do we have in studio today?
Mr. John J. Murray, the hilarious comedian from around here.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Thanks for coming in, brother.
Thank you, Stan. Thank you, Mike, for inviting me. I appreciate it.
I can't believe you pulled up in front of the trailer and still came inside. That's freaking awesome, dude. Thank you.
Yeah, it smelled like meth in the backyard. So I was like, I'm going to go try some of that meth.
He's like, where's the bathroom? Stay out of there.
Ain't no meth like Seminole Heights meth.
Right. So anyway, thanks again for coming in, brother. I mean, I really appreciate it.
Yeah, this is great.
Is it?
Yeah.
I mean, you have your own podcast.
Sorry
We're
about
celebrating. Your princess is not in this castle. Try again.
It's like, this is the morning zoo radio, in case you were wondering.
Somebody play a horn.
Right. Exactly. So, in the studio is John J. Murray, and today we will be talking with him about a couple of FLoridiots. We will talk to him about, well, him, mainly, right?
Mostly him.
And we will play games with him against you. So your objective is to show John J. Murray that he sucks at the games we play.
Oh, I'm pretty good at games. I don't know.
Oh,
Just all games?
Yeah, just all games.
I'm just a game master.
Just good at everything.
Well, he's a gamer.
I'm just good.
What's worse, a gamer or a hipster? Yeah, I stumped
I
the
think you
panel.
can combine them, you know?
Right.
It is kind
It's
of a little
hipster
bit from-
gamer. They go to the bar and then they play like old school Nintendo cartridges.
Right, in their skinny jeans.
Yeah.
That's like a Venn diagram where it's all kind of inclusive.
Yeah.
I mean, do you play games?
I love games. Yeah, I love video games. I like. I even played Dungeons and Dragons.
No.
Yeah, even still to this day. I haven't played in a while, but if somebody's got a game going, they can hit me up. I'll come.
I like the way you say no, like he doesn't look like someone that freaking plays Dungeons and Dragons. So I mean, like, they got this classic shit coming out now, right? All the old Nintendo stuff coming out. Are you pumped about that, or don't you give two shits?
I have a collection. I have a collection of the old cartridges at home. Yeah.
Still,
Yeah.
I mean, you can't use them on the new.
No, I can't. I have this like Chinese thing that I bought that like you can plug the old cartridges into and still play them.
Like,
But I mean,
Game Genie or
No, it's called a retcon. It's I don't know. It was like
Sketchy.
40. It was like $40 on Amazon.
I mean, you said
Yeah.
that so proud, but I mean, isn't that collection about as worth as much as Beanie Babies?
Yeah, it's probably worth about as much as Beanie Babies, but I don't.
You still
like
have
to-
'em?
I don't like to play Beanie Babies as much. You know?
I stopped that when I was 5.
Yeah, Beanie Babies aren't as fun as Mario. You know?
No, that would be cool though. Beanie
Yeah.
Baby Cart. So I mean, are you going to get the new one? The whatever it is. The guy at
is
work
that the
has.
one with the 30 games on it? Is that one you're talking
They
about?
keep coming out with new ones. Like now he's got the handheld.
The Switch.
Switch.
He's got that now, but he's also got the what was it? The Nintendo Classic one that they
The
came
classic
out.
one, yeah.
Yeah. Are you going to do that? I mean, because if I were to play video games, it's going to be that.
Yeah, they stopped making them. I tried to buy one of those ones.
I was going, but it didn't have Contra on it, so it was just like my Wii.
Oh, it didn't have Contra?
No.
Yeah, so
Nope.
forget
Oh,
it.
so screw that shit.
If it doesn't have Contra, well, because I bought the Wii hoping that you could get that, but you can't even get into the Nintendo Network on the Wii anymore. Not
Oh,
the
really?
original, yeah.
Oh.
I have, like, all my credits are gone. I logged in the other day, I was like, oh, all right, I'll go back to Zelda. Do.
Game Boy Zelda?
No, but the original, the
the
OG.
original. Oh, okay.
Yep.
You still have that?
I made sure I downloaded it when it all came out.
That's cool. I love playing video games. I want to get the new Nintendo thing, but it costs I don't know how much it costs.
Yeah, how much is? Because I know like PS4s and all that. There's 400 plus.
Yeah, it's more money than I have.
Yeah, and how much are the games? Because I stopped buying
Who
them when
knows?
PlayStation games are $50.
Yeah,
Like,
$60 now.
Yeah, see, I can go buy a lot of beer for that and keep
Yeah,
myself
that's true.
occupied.
John Laszlo's in the chat over here on Facebook, and he says that you can kill a man with your bare hands.
I don't
Is
know
that true? Is that from playing video games? You strengthen your fingers.
I think he's referring to my time in the Marine Corps.
Oh, you were in the Marine Corps.
Yeah.
All right, we'll get into that later. Thanks, John, for trying to run this fucking show. But also, he says, ask him why he doesn't like eating Chinese food during the day. Is there a reason for that?
I don't know.
Or is he just making that shit up?
He might be making it up, or it might be in reference to something that I said to him at one point. I don't know.
So you were drunk and he
I
held
smoke
on
a lot
to
of I smoke a lot of weed, so I don't.
I like your style.
I talk shit a lot, so
You do?
Yeah.
So you
So
forget
that's
what
why you have a
say.
podcast.
probably. Yeah.
So, I mean, like, are you from this area?
Yeah, I'm originally from Clearwater.
Okay, so I mean, yeah. So have you ever lived, like, in the Tampa area?
Yeah.
Not Clearwater, Tampa. I mean...
Oh,
here.
in Tampa? No,
Yeah.
I've never lived in Tampa. I wouldn't want to live in
You hear the
Tampa.
way you said that? Right? Like, freaking, like we're second-class citizens
It's like
over
it's Florida without the beach.
here. True. That is kind of true.
Yeah, and I love when people say, "Oh, you live in Tampa. You're so close to the beach." No,
I'm like, not
no,
really.
No, you're not. You're just not.
I live like a mile from the Gulf of Mexico, so I like it there.
And that's better.
Yeah.
I live by the bay, and that's not the
Yeah.
beach. It's trash.
Yeah, you don't want to swim in the bay.
I'll paddleboard, and that's still a little sketchy.
That's for like Kenny Powers types with their jet skis. That's
Kenny Powers. I love that show, dude. I mean, that is a genius show. You watch it?
Oh yeah.
It's-
Eastbound and Down,
Yeah.
and then the new one that just came out, Vice Principal's hilarious. That's
I haven't
Is that
seen that.
Showtime also, or
It's on HBO. Yeah, it's the same writer and Danny McBride.
Okay,
So
I just got somebody's HBO Go account.
yeah. Okay,
Sweet.
there you go. Sign in.
I'm
Watch
in.
it.
I was watching the what was it, the new one with Al Lang or Artie Lang and Holmes, Pete Holmes.
Crashing. Yeah, that's pretty funny.
I kind of lost interest because there seems to be like this trend now where they're making like the Seinfeld, where it's about the comedian and kind of about the
Right.
life, but it's a made-up story and made-up scenarios.
Right. Well, he did walk in on his wife having sex with somebody
Oh, is that
else.
real?
Yeah, and then he did actually have to live on people's couches for several years. So it is real.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to look at that a whole different way. Okay, I thought it was made-up scenarios because
No,
the
yeah,
first
his-
one was with Artie Lang and Artie Lang going "son of a bitch" and then crashing his car.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just part of being a comedian, right? Because we found out that Steve Miller had to stay on people's couches for a while
That's
when
right.
he was
Yeah.
getting started.
Well, eventually he'll be like Matt Damon and.
You
And
think
Ben
he'll be
Affleck.
that sexy one day.
Yeah,
Steve Miller.
Eventually, they
Steve
sometimes
Miller's going
count.
to be Batman in 2034.
No.
Oh, he'll be more like Silent Bob's Batman and Mallrats. Love you, Steve.
So the reason I ask about the area is because they have a new place, fairly new, right? The Lowry Parkade.
Oh, yes.
Speaking of the games,
Oh, I heard about that place.
dude, it's awesome. We've been there several times.
Okay.
And it's all classic video games. You got your Frogger, your Miss Pac-Man, your
Right.
Galaga, and all that, and every one of them's a quarter.
Oh, wow.
Is that amazing?
That is cool.
And now they have skee ball, and the tickets are worth something.
Oh, are they? They got prizes?
You can bear.
Oh.
You can trade the tickets in for
Trade
beer
for tickets for beer. Okay.
on skee ball.
How many tickets makes a beer?
I don't know. I was drunk when I got them. I just left them in the machine.
I don't know.
Well, you want to try it?
Yeah.
Let's go.
I do. I really do. I just want to drink.
You guys are going to become skee ball masters.
Or
Right,
drunks. I got this. 100.
Never.
I know. I'll never do
Because
that.
if you do that, it's either 100 or 0.
Correct.
That's what you end up with,
yeah.
right?
It's 50-50.
That's what I go for, is 50s.
I mean, 100 or 0.
Oh, never mind.
You go for 50s and you get nothing?
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds about right.
I mean, what are you, 33, right?
34.
34? God damn, I got to do my research a little better or figure out my months a little better. But so, what video games? Did you go to video game arcades and stuff when you were a teenager?
Yeah, we had one in the mall. It was called Aladdin's Castle.
I remember that.
That was the
Yeah.
malls.
Yeah,
Okay.
they had them all over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what'd you play? I mean,
I played a lot of Street Fighter. I liked Tekken.
That's right.
right?
Those, those were awesome back then.
Let's see, what else? I like that Terminator game where you shot the robots with the machine gun.
I played it recently at Parkade. I really
Not
wasn't
that good,
impressed.
huh?
No,
It's better when you're a kid.
Oh, yes. Nostalgia doesn't hold up.
Remember when you're a kid, you're like, these graphics are
They were amazing.
Oh, right, it's like watching Rambo again. It's just not the same anymore.
It's not holding
I
up.
don't know. Rambo kind of holds up.
It does.
Oh, yeah. John. Yeah. Because
Not the grab. I mean, not in reference to what he's saying though. The genericness of it is. not
Well,
there.
yeah. If you've watched an SD movie on HD, you know how bad
Right.
it was then. You're like, wow, that sucks.
What games did you play? I mean, mostly. Did you go to arcades when you were?
Yeah, I mean, sure. You know, we still had Malibu was around then, and then like he said, in the mall they had the arcades. Plus, when you went on vacation, the hotel room always had a little like next to the laundromat or in the laundromat. There was always one or two games, and then there was always an ABC Pizza that had video games there when you went out to eat.
Oh,
So
no.
yeah, I played video games all the time.
The Miss Pac-Man pizza table.
Miss Pac-Man
Oh
Pizza
my
Table,
God, dude.
Arkanoid, where you had the
Yeah.
what is it, breaker or whatever they want to call it. It's called Arkanoid.
Arkanoid?
That was the original name.
I don't know that one.
I don't either.
Brick breaker.
It's
You've
not
got
your
the you've got the basically the space bar at the bottom, and you're hitting the
Oh,
balls and
yeah.
breaking the bricks.
Is that what that was
Brick
called?
breaker. Arkanoid, I think, was
yeah.
the original.
Okay.
I don't know why, but because it was just a cool name.
Arkanoid is a cool
It was
name.
a way cool name.
That was like one of those games where you just zone out playing it.
Pretty much. Don't.
Yeah, it was really slow, and you're like, oh, this is easy, but
like
then you get
Pong.
hypnotized.
Well, then that's when they added the 3 balls and then the lasers, and then
Yeah.
you shoot shit and blow stuff up.
It's
The
Pong-
lasers.
It's Pong for people without friends.
Correct.
That's why you played it. I get it now. See, we played like Gauntlet and shit like that.
Yeah, I liked Gauntlet on Nintendo. I didn't like the Gauntlet stand-up game.
We actually had there was a arcade in the bowling alley over there on 56th Street.
Uh-huh.
And we lived right behind there, so we'd walk over there, and that was back when you could actually tape a quarter and kind of just drop it down in there and pull it back out and play for free all goddamn day.
I love that.
My parents loved it too.
I remember we went. I don't even remember where it was, but it was by the beach, and there was a pinball game, and there were wires sticking out of it. But the game was open.
Right.
So when I walked over there, I just grabbed the wires and made it look like I was doing something, and people thought I actually hacked the machine. So I'm just like this cool little 10-year-old just hacking the machine and playing pinball for free,
See, these days they're going to think you're on meth.
That's
if you're
right.
over there messing with something.
tweaking it up. I just made it better.
It doesn't work anymore, but God damn it.
They usually fix your bicycle really well.
They do?
That was the problem in Seattle, where people were stealing the bikes, fixing them, and then returning them and making them better than they were. Yeah, that was a big thing in like 2008.
You're pedaling forward and the bike's going backwards?
Correct.
You're right, they really took care of that shit.
No, they
didn't
cleaned it up. They made it all shiny. They put grease in it. And yeah, they had nothing new. They've been up for 3 days or more. Put some bearings in here, polish it up.
Little turtle wax, everything's all
That's right.
good.
Spick and span. Yeah, racial slurs.
I'm like, dude, what just happened?
That is a real cleaner.
real cleaner.
It's not just a Mexican lady.
What is wrong with you?
I don't
dude?
know.
Jesus Christ.
We're off to a good start here.
I like that.
I like this energy.
Pop quiz, hot shot.
Because he broke the rules. What rule?
You did it! You did it! I knew you would! I just knew you would!
Let's just do it. Let's meet this thing head on. And you were in it to win it.
I didn't even ask if you want to play a game yet.
Ask me.
Want to play a game?
All right, it's time for Tyree's Trivia, and the name of the game is Real News or Fake News. If you don't know how to play this, it's pretty simple. I'm going to give you a headline, and the headline is going to be a real headline or based on a real news story or not. If it is from like an Onion or a satire magazine, it will, of course, be
The news is fake.
fake news.
The news is fake.
Stop it. All right, that's why I didn't do that.
Let's go ahead and welcome all the people that might be playing.
All right, everybody playing?
In the chat, we have Alexis Marie, Nitwit.tv, LM Dale, Gobble, Tiff Monty, John Jingo, Mike Irwin, Steve Laszlo, Mike Peter are all on Facebook Live. Let's start this shit. You throw a ball at the board and we'll get the points going.
John is our point system today.
All right, let's see. Oh, I just bounced right off.
That's
What
why-
it hit?
What it hit.
It hit, I believe it hit 12.
All right, perfect.
All right, so for 12 points, real news or fake news, homeless people handed free beer as part of a Bud Light campaign.
Do I get to answer?
Yeah, you're playing
Oh,
against
I
them.
can answer?
Sure.
Oh, I'm playing against them. Okay,
Yep.
I'm going to go ahead and say that is real. Yeah, that's the only people that drink Bud Light anymore. So
I drank that shit all night last night. God damn it.
Was it behind the bar or was it in the bar?
Well, I did go home and sleep in my car, so it's
Okay. All right. I called it.
I say home. Matt says real. Everyone on the board is saying real so far.
Homeless people handed free beer as part of a Bud Light campaign.
Matt Williams says real. Or true, because you can't spell real.
That's... well, you know,
It's real or fake, not true or false, Matt, okay?
Yeah, you're ruining it.
It's okay. I don't expect much of them. I'm just kidding, Matt. I love you.
All right, has everyone answered?
Nope. Well,
dude, there's like 53 people in here.
Oh, okay.
No, I mean there's like 3 or 4 people in.
Did you count Matt on there?
I said it out loud and everything.
I
I
don't
don't know what more I got to do.
I'm just like everybody else on the
Yeah,
show.
we're there.
I wasn't listening.
We're good.
All right, so homeless people handed free beer as part of a Bud Light campaign. That is
Absolutely real. Absolutely real.
Yeah,
Absolutely
stop
real.
doing that.
Absolutely real.
It's super real.
It's Kendall Jenner's newest ad. She just hands hobos cans of Bud Light. It's like, I can't give you a home, but here's a
Absolutely
beer.
real.
Right,
Absolutely real.
Stop that. Okay.
With a picture of missing Bruce Jenner on the back of it.
All right, here we go. I'm back to normal now. Excuse me. Pardon me. All right, John, give us the next one.
13.
13 points. For 13 points, burglar breaks into preschool, eats snacks, then takes a nap, police say.
Real. I'm going to say real.
You know, when I was in preschool, some little fat kid broke into my whatchamacallit, my
your cubby
hole.
The cubby,
He took my
okay.
lunch and he ate that that fruit pie with all the frosting on it. It
Oh,
was like
yeah.
the fruit. I forget what it was called. The frosty cake, the one with the fruit filling.
Oh, you want me to listen to you? I'm
Yes.
sorry, I was
Yeah.
busy.
How do you like it?
It's like one of the pies from Checkers or something, right?
But he didn't just eat it; like it was smeared all inside of the lunchbox. It was very, very barbaric.
Oh, wow. This kid
Dude.
sounds like an asshole.
Dude, he was.
How are you supposed to steal his lunch if it's just smeared on the
And he
inside?
That's not even theft. That's just being a jerk.
He was right. He didn't even enjoy it. He's like, and he spit it all out.
How do you know he didn't enjoy it?
I don't know because he left half of it in the mailbox and it was or in the lunchbox.
He's probably a state senator now.
doing coke off of horse or interns. Excuse me.
Same thing.
It's a smear campaign. What? No. Stupid.
And I'm done. That was it for us.
That's
today.
minus 13 points for you.
Right. I need a symbol right here.
That would have made CJ Hernandez proud. Burglar breaks into preschool, eats snacks, and then takes a nap. Police say, well, what else are you supposed to do in preschool but take naps and eat snacks? I'm here to eat snacks and take naps, and I'm all out of snacks.
It was weird to take a nap. Like I remember taking the nap, and it didn't seem weird at the time. But now looking back on it, you just kind of lay on a towel around a bunch of other children and take a nap in the middle of the day. That's weird.
It is kind of creepy.
Yeah.
And now you miss it. Now
Oh,
you're
yeah.
like, son of a bitch, when is nap time?
No, I'm a comedian, so I can take a nap whenever I want.
Yeah, I like that midday nap.
Yeah, I just lay on the carpet.
Yeah, but do they take a nap while you're on stage?
Sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah. They tune out.
Right. Then I need a symbol.
All right, burglar breaks into preschool, eats snacks, and then takes a nap, police say. That is... I'll get this.
Absolutely real.
Absolutely real.
Absolutely real. I'm right again.
You're right again.
2 for 2.
Okay. Is this a real headline?
Hold on, I got to do the points.
Point system.
Oh, 17.
Good job.
Is this a real headline? Aaron Hernandez kills again.
That's got to be fake, right?
Well, that's for you to...
I mean, unless he's like some sort of demon now. He's risen from the grave. And he's hunting down all of his enemies.
He just came back. Just killed again.
Yeah, I'm gonna say fake.
Aaron Hernandez kills again.
So we have a fake. Matt Williams says, true dat, yo.
True dat, yo.
Not sure that's exactly what he said, but... Jorge Gonzalez, what's up?
Hey, Jorge. What's up, buddy?
Georgie. Tiff Money says real. No, don't ever call him that to his face.
No, you shouldn't. He's bigger than us.
I'm all
How was the show last night?
fucking awesome, dude.
We got some of them coming in later in the month, right? Or
Yeah, we got one coming in next week, Fuller Summer, and then next month we have Nevertell coming in.
Stay tuned for that.
Woo!
No, literally, just like stay tuned in for the entire week until Polar Summer gets here.
Just leave the Facebook Live going
That's-
for a week straight.
I don't know if that'll last. It used to only be 30 minutes, but now I guess it's the whole time.
I don't know.
We'll figure. We're gonna try it tonight. Stay on. You're gonna listen to all the side shit that happens.
Yeah.
In between breaks, all the shit that we talk about our listeners. You're gonna hear that tonight.
Because they'll forget that the camera's on them.
The best part of this show is when we're not on air.
That's true in a lot of places. Aaron Hernandez kills again. Is this a real news story or a fake news
I
story?
say it with sarcasm.
The news is fake.
It is, of course, true that he did kill again, but of course there was no headline that said that.
Okay, so he's not a ghost coming for
Hold
people?
on.
Correct.
Hold on.
What's wrong, buddy?
Jesus Christ.
I changed it. You like that? That's all right.
Next, if the scorekeeper knows what the fucking actual answer is. So John Jay got it, right?
Yep.
Was that it? I think he's the only one.
Yes.
I just missed the board completely.
That's fine.
Dad Deo, what's
Hit you.
up?
All right. How many points was that?
I didn't see it. What
I
did it?
missed.
Oh, hit it again. You hit the
Missed the
wall?
entire- yeah, I hit the wall.
15.
Two.
Two.
Two?
was two.
15. All right. For 2
Two.
points. Netflix cancellation surge ahead of new Adam Sandler original. I'd see that.
I would say false, because Netflix does not force you to watch Adam Sandler movies. It's
This is true.
It's there, and if we had to watch it before we watched anything else, people probably would cancel. But
The problem is, whether you're being forced to watch or listen to something or not,
right,
people listen to it and then bitch about it any goddamn way.
right.
I mean, it's like no one made you listen to this
Yeah,
shit.
people are going to watch it for 10 minutes, and then they're going to complain about how bad it is. But
Right.
then they're going to keep paying Netflix
And-
every
and-
single month.
and they're going to turn it on for 10 minutes every goddamn time
Yeah.
it's on. So, is this accurate now or what?
I changed it. It's good now.
Okay. So we have real.
Well, there was some glitch that happened there. That's why I was. Well,
Welcome
that
to
was. It
Open
was
Mic
good.
Live.
It was good. This whole show is a glitch.
I'm scared. I'm scared, bro. That's what he's here for, to help us out.
Yeah.
He has a real podcast.
You're filler.
Filler while we wait for...
While we figure out how to do this whole thing. Dad Deo says real.
I think you guys are making a mistake voting against me here. I think
Matt Williams says fake.
Matt Williams is smart. He's going with my answer.
Follower.
Yeah, what a sheep.
Yeah, be original. Jesus.
But he's a Cam Slam. He's the only fakes. You two are the only fakes.
I hope I
That's
get
it?
it right.
All right, fine. Then, Netflix cancellation surge ahead of new Adam Sandler originals. That is
The news is fake.
fake
Boom.
news.
Right again.
But it
was only 2 points though.
I'm sure it was only 2 cancellations too. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm tired of this Adam Sandler shit. All right, so next question is worth how many points?
Hand me one of these ball darts.
Oh,
There's
is this
one
the-
underneath Stan's feet here.
But they don't roll very well. It's Velcro.
He's trying to kick it across the carpet, and it's just staying there. Oh, 4.
All right, for 4 points. Nursing home owner says he spent Medicaid funds on strippers.
Medicaid funds on strippers. Nursing home what? Resident or
Owner.
owner? Oh, yeah, that's true.
So he got
Yeah.
funds from Medicaid and then decided, hey, let's go to the Mons.
Yeah, that's true. I'm sure he's going into patients' rooms in the middle of the night, taking jewelry to give to strippers, just robbing them all blind,
And admitting it.
and then admitting it to the strippers.
What y'all gonna do?
I could be your sugar daddy or
Yeah.
granddaddy or...
That's a good idea. Open up a strip club right next to right next to an elder care place.
Yeah.
Because then, the guys would probably go if it was just right across the parking lot,
And then they'd get sugar. The strippers would get sugar daddies.
Yeah.
Or the family will get a lot more money because the guys will stroke out sooner.
Yeah, they could just die.
Or he'll just sit there and stroke out all night
You just...
on his penis.
Thank you for explaining that stupid fucking joke. I appreciate it. At least when I tell a stupid joke, I don't explain it afterwards.
Sometimes it needs an explanation. Yeah. I meant his dick.
He just wanted to be clear to the listeners at home. He meant dick. In case you don't get that. Hurry up and vote, you guys. Jeez.
What'd you say?
I said real.
All right. Nursing home owner says he spent Medicaid funds on strippers. That is
Absolutely real.
a real story.
Oh, man. I am at 100% right now.
Oh, yeah.
You are.
That's fine. Points don't
Is this
matter.
it?
Yep. Let's do a score update.
John J. Murray has 38. LM with 29. Gobble with 29. Matt Williams with 31. Matt and Alexis with 16. Tiff and Dad Deo both with 4.
I like how when you say gobble, you really get into it. You know?
Gobble.
Is there any other way to say it?
You got the proper amount of enthusiasm
Is it-
when you read that.
So it's not too much or too little?
No, it's perfect.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
All right. For all the points, John,
This
make this count.
is double.
Oh, should I throw the thing?
Yeah, you should.
Let's see. What was that?
14?
9 or
24?
14?
So 28 points.
All right. For 28 points, real news or fake news? Black mannequin beaten, shot by police.
Oh, that's a tough one. Because I mean, there are a lot of stupid cops.
Correct.
So,
And there's a lot of real-looking mannequins.
yeah. It's like, hey, that black guy's wearing a cardigan. Get him!
That squirt gun looks real.
Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and say. Oh man, this is hard. I'm going to go ahead.
LM
And say, I'm going to
says
say
fake.
false. I'm going to say false. Fake. Now I messed it up.
Gosh.
Damn you, Matt
It's
Williams.
not that hard. It's not false news or real news. Fake.
I mean, he already explained the fact that he knew that, bro.
I explained stroking, so
God,
come on.
I told you about beating down the guest in the first segment. Jesus Christ, at least wait until the second one. I apologize, sir.
I don't.
Sir, I just called him sir.
I know, I'm getting real good treatment here. Getting called sir.
It's like bad cop and dumb cop.
Throwing darts at a wall. This is great.
Oh, no, we don't trust you with darts.
Yeah, don't give comedians real darts.
Right.
Black mannequin beaten, shot by police.
We're all
at
in.
11. Groin.
We're all in.
We're all in. All right. For all the ruples, that is
The news is fake.
fake news.
So I got it. I got all of them right.
You got all of them right?
You are the winner.
So
I'm the
is he
winner.
66 points.
Woo.
66 points. So, not only was he right when he said, I'm good at games, but he gave himself all the fucking points that he
Yeah.
won.
I am the game master.
Dude, good job.
Thank you.
Congratulations, John J. Murray.
Do I win another beer?
Sure.
Awesome. That's all I really want to win anyway.
That's how this guy knows how to game. We should go to
We'll
Parkade.
we'll actually get this one for you. If you had lost, you had to get your own.
Okay.
All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, more with John J. Murray in studio. Stay tuned on Facebook Live. Listen to what we have to talk about. I'm just kidding. I don't care. We'll be back.
Feeling in your stomach, no words can talk about. It's that fire in her eyes you're staring at right now. Well, it's amazing. I just wanna sit on top of the world and play guitar for you all. And right before I fall, I wanna begin to see if your heads are tilted to inquire. If you're listening. Spit these out just a little bit faster. Fill your mind up with the musical laughter. Bodies are mine and feels our souls and our spirits. I know you can tell, you can feel it when you hear it. Wanna make you shout, wanna make you scream, wanna make you jump up and down. This is our dream. Now my tapping the collective unconscious. Our Jesus. Here we go.
This is Matt Fernandez. Tune in to Open Mic Live Thursday nights at 7, you piece of shit. And openmictheshow.com, you motherfucker.
Welcome back, you piece of shits. We're in studio now with John J. Murray. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, guys. I like that game.
Did you really?
Well, I liked it because I won.
Oh, yeah. Well, stick around for Stanley Feud.
Oh, were you leaving?
Yeah, I'm out.
Peace out.
Yeah, it's I can't top that performance. So.
Right.
Well, I'm retired from podcasting.
That's it. That's it. I'm done. So, welcome again. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you.
Now, you are a local comedian, correct?
Correct.
You also have your own podcast or two.
Mm-hmm.
Is that correct? You have two podcasts?
I have the Something Planet podcast, and I also just recently last year started the Mysteriousnesses podcast, which is kind of like it's kind of like Coast to Coast AM, but we're a little bit sillier.
What?
Yeah,
like
have you-
top 40 or
No, Coast to Coast is it's like paranormal stuff. UFOs, Bigfoot, Loch Ness Monster, all that good stuff. Demons.
Oh, if I'm right, you're on before us. I think you're right on before us on Saturdays.
Yeah,
that
I think
show
so.
is it,
Yeah.
8 to 10.
I thought it was 6 to 9.
6 to 9,
but maybe it's 8 to 10. I don't know.
I've heard you on before us.
They're on Bubba Army Radio. They're experimenting with the time slots and stuff.
Yeah,
so they're kind of
we've
shifting
been on
stuff
it
around.
10-15 before.
Yeah,
I
they're figuring out what works.
How long? Which have you been doing longer, the podcasting or comedy?
I actually started podcasting before I started doing stand-up comedy.
So the answer is podcasting.
Yeah, so I started 2 years before I started doing stand-up comedy, and then I thought I wanted to be a radio guy. And then when I looked into it more, I was like, I don't want to be a radio guy.
Why? I mean, looking into what made you say that?
Well, just, I don't know, you got to go through like the internship system, and you got to work
forever.
Yeah, it's no money for basically forever, and
Right.
unless you're like one of like the rare guys that could get paid really well, you know. So and then the whole like FCC thing, I didn't like all the different rules,
Right.
what you can and can't say, and then everybody just is going to be listening to podcasts.
It's just not fun.
Yeah.
I mean-
Everybody wants to listen to podcasts. They want to listen to something on demand whenever they want. They want to start and stop it when they want, and they don't want to deal with terrestrial radio.
I mean, well, yeah. I mean, it's happening, right? Podcasts
Yeah.
are becoming they're blowing up. Like you said, when you first started doing them, like people were looking at podcasts like, oh, it's a freaking podcast, and now it's like
people had no idea what the hell I was talking about. So I'd be like, internet radio. And
Right.
they're like, oh, okay, what is that even?
right, whatever, right? Now, were they doing live shows back when they first started? Were people doing live shows? Or,
Some people
or were.
were.
They all recorded?
Some people were. I know Patrick Melton, who's a comic originally from around here. He lives up in New York now. I think he was doing his Nobody Likes Onions podcast. He was doing that even longer than mine. I mean, years before I started, and I think he was doing it live. Yeah.
But it was way different because of the streaming. You were paying for the megabytes that were uploaded.
Right.
The cost was astronomical. We did a similar thing with like ESPN for internet streaming.
Right.
And the way that worked out, however many viewers was the download. The same with Ustream and all the other
Right,
stuff.
right.
It's just a lot more money involved. There's a lot more technology you needed. You needed hard static computers and blah 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 blah. So it was different.
So you got into comedy after doing podcasts, right?
Yeah.
What drove that? What drove that to happen?
I don't know. I think I always wanted to be a comedian, but I was a little bit too afraid to try it,
So I mean, how'd you overcome that fear?
I
mean, just people pressuring you, or
No, it was actually I took a public speaking class in college, and then I was like, "Oh, this is not
that
too
bad.
bad." Yeah, like everybody else was kind of just panicked about having to go up and make like a 10-minute speech, and I remember it didn't bother me that much, and I was like, "You know what? I'll give it a shot."
But it's a class, right? I mean, so isn't the feeling walking up in front of a class and giving a speech, and then the first time you get on stage in front of just a bunch of strangers that you haven't been hanging out with for a couple
Right.
hours a day, that's got to be different.
It
right?
is different. It's actually I don't know when there's more strangers around. It's actually
Makes it easier.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's common though. People say that
Right.
all the time. They're like, I didn't want to do my first one in front of friends and family.
Right.
I wanted to do it.
I'd rather do comedy in front of 1,000 strangers than 5 family members.
Right. People that
Yeah.
can't bust my balls for the next week because I
Right,
sucked.
right.
Right. Pretty much. So I mean, which one do you think you've honed in better? You know what I mean? Because
I don't know.
you've done both, right? And
Yeah.
when you first start out, you obviously are learning things,
Right.
and then you redevelop yourself. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I mean, do you think you've done them equally, or do you think that you've?
I don't know. I'm probably a better comedian than I am a podcaster or
Really?
broadcaster or whatever. Because I put a lot more work into it, honestly. You know?
Do you put? I mean, do you do a lot of open mics and stuff like that?
I don't do so many open mics anymore, but I'm on stage 3 times a week at least. Do a bunch of as many shows as I can.
So you're doing shows.
Yeah.
You don't have to do open mics.
Yeah, I don't really have to do open mics. I like to do open mics. I like to do open mics more, not because I like doing open mics, but because I like to hang out with comics. So I'll go to open mics just to kind of hang out with all the guys,
That's why I go.
That's why you go. You
I
don't even
get on stage.
You don't even get on stage. You're like, I just want to chill out with these comics. Yeah.
I feel like I'm funny by proxy. If I'm near you, then I'm funny already. right? So it says in your, I don't know if you remember what you wrote in your bio.
Oh.
But it says actor. Did you do some acting?
I've done some acting. I've done some community theater and some smaller professional theater. And
I mean, are you still active in doing it, or?
No, I haven't acted in a while, honestly. But I'd like to get back into it. Now, I mean, I don't have like a day job anymore, so I have the time to do it. I just have to get off my ass and do it.
Yeah, I mean, did you like doing it?
I really liked acting, but it seemed to be a lot of work for the same amount of like.
It's like doing radio.
Well, as an actor, you got to audition, and if you get the part, then you got to do rehearsals, and then you do a bunch of rehearsals with a bunch of people, and then you say somebody else's words.
Right,
then,
right.
And then the show's either good or not good, and then the show runs for however long it runs, and then you do it all over again. With comedy, I can think whatever I want to say, and I can write it down in a book, and then I can go on stage and say it that night.
Right.
Then I can
you
do
get
it all
instant
again.
gratification
Yeah,
or
exactly.
instant rejection.
Exactly.
So I've had comics come in here and tell me, "Oh no, I've never had from the beginning. I've never had a bad night." It's like,
who said that?
I can't do that. but it's happened. But it has happened. You know what I mean?
Right.
Whereas most of them go, "Yeah, you got to. It takes a couple years before you actually get beyond that."
No,
you know
I don't know. I've never had a bad night, so.
So John J. Murray's who said that. Who said that? I like that guy.
I got that isolated for you too.
So I mean, when you first started doing it, you obviously had to go through some awkward moments, right?
Yeah. Even now there's still awkward moments. Like I run a weekly open mic in Dunedin, and just a weird set last Monday. Because I went up there and there was like a couple of kids in the audience. Which happens sometimes because it is a pub, and it's like starts like just after dinner time. So there might be a couple of kids left over. And then I just kind of made it awkward.
I got you.
Made it awkward for everybody.
You made it awkward.
Oh,
Yeah.
I like that. Now, that sounds like fun.
Oh, it is fun. It's fun, but it's still, it's still awkward. It's still kind of weird.
But I mean, they know that comedians are coming up there, right?
Right. Yeah.
So they still
know.
have their kids there.
Yeah.
It's not your fault.
And then I say like baby cunt, and then everybody
Mommy,
gets
what's a
all
baby
weird.
cunt?
Yeah, everybody gets all freaked out. Like, oh, I didn't know it was gonna be like this. Yeah.
That's what Mommy had before she had you. So, like, what drove you through that? Like, you've actually gotten better, right? I mean,
I hope so.
That's not what everyone else is saying to me, but I mean, what drove you through all that? Like, when you got the silent treatment, it's had to happen.
Yeah, I mean, you just kind of try to figure it out. Try again next time,
And do you work with these other comics like everyone else does? I mean, do you bounce ideas off them like we find out?
Yeah, some guys. Yeah, I'll say, hey, what do you think of this? Or what did you think of what I just did on stage right now?
Right, and you run
like
open mics, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, without throwing names out there, obviously.
Right.
But have you ever had people come in and doing open mics several times and think to yourself, just stop?
Oh, yeah, all the time, yeah.
Have you ever told someone to just stop?
A couple of people, I think.
Have you really?
Have. Yeah, I think a couple of people.
How does that conversation go?
3 years later, JB Ball's still doing it.
JB, you need to quit.
Cam's doing the same shit. You got to get out.
I sat Matt Fernandez down, and I was like, all right, man, you're not funny, bro.
Dude, you can tweet at home, motherfucker.
No, it's usually like an older guy or something, that's just doing it as a hobby anyway. So I don't try to discourage them too much. But if they ask me what I thought about their set, I will tell you. If you
You're
ask
be
me,
honest.
I'll be truthful. Yeah.
See, and that's good.
Yeah, I respect that. Yeah. Don't blow smoke.
People need to be like that more often. You know what I mean? Because if
No,
you are
I-
asking, don't
Right.
ask if you don't want to know.
Well, I mean, for one, if you don't know before you ask, then you're doing it wrong anyway. You should know how well you did on stage,
And if you are asking because you sincerely want to know, then you should take that as a building point.
Yeah.
As opposed to him just being mean.
Yeah, well, usually like when a buddy of mine has a bad set, and they do the same thing to me, they'll come off stage instead of saying, hey, that was good or that was bad, we usually just go, how did that feel?
Even I wasn't clapping for you.
How did that feel? And then, the guys that are my friends, the guys I hang out with are just like, oh, God, that was fucking brutal.
Yeah, that
was
shit
terrible.
sucks, right?
That was terrible.
But you guys all know how it feels. So I mean,
exactly. We're all aware of how we do. It's usually it's the guys that aren't aware
right
of what they're doing up there. They get up there and then they do really bad, and then they come down and they're like, "Oh yeah, that was good. I killed it."
Because they were laughing.
Yeah, I laughed at all my jokes.
Right, exactly. So, how often do you rewrite jokes? Quite a bit.
Yeah, I mean, I still rewrite even ones from years ago if I get an idea or something additional to tag it with or an idea to change it. I change it. Yeah.
But when you first started getting good, did you have a set that you kind of stuck with? Like
Yeah.
a playlist, you know what I mean? And told them exactly the same way, for a while?
Pretty much, yeah.
And then
you get kind of figure out, and once it works and it's like pretty much almost done, you don't really deviate too much unless something happens in the crowd, because it's a live show, so it's a little bit different every time.
Because like we've seen comedians rework some jokes, because we've gone out and seen you guys a million times,
right?
So we've seen the same damn jokes over and over and over, and then all of a sudden we'll go up there and Cam or Rio will redo a joke, and they'll come up, dude, did you like the way I read it? I'm like, yeah, you fucking nailed it. That's awesome. You know what I mean? Because it was time.
Right.
You
gotta
guys do
change
have
it
a
up.
lot
Well,
of
you get bored too when you do so many shows. You're on stage, over 100 times a year.
Right.
And so you're gonna get bored with doing it the exact same way over and over again.
And when you guys are doing the same venues over and over, you see the same. I mean, you see a lot of the same faces, don't you? Or not really?
I don't know. It's hard to tell. Sometimes, like, there's people that you recognize and that come out to a lot of shows, and then I think most people only go to like a handful of comedy shows a year,
Really?
Yeah, I mean, you guys obviously go to a lot, but
let's put a stop to that.
Yeah,
right.
I mean, but I think there's some people, they go maybe, 4 times a year or something, and that's it.
That's quite a bit. I mean, for I think just for average,
right?
Like I'm thinking Side Splitters. We go probably 10, which isn't enough.
Right.
We want to go more, but that's. I was just telling him that we saw Frankie Paul for the first time. I've seen him advertise there, the whole time I've been alive, but I've never seen him before.
Yeah, you're just
that's
busy.
just how often people go. You get so much. What is it? Reproduce. Like you get the same main guys that come in there,
right?
And I haven't seen a lot of those. I've seen Ron Hortman once, but he's been there 4 times this year.
Exactly. Yeah, you probably get the same as far as headliners. You probably have 15, 16 different headliners.
Sure.
Per comedy club per year,
Well, to revert back a little bit, Nathaniel Shepard, which is the lead singer for G2P, a band that's also in this area.
We just played that during the break.
And he says that's how he feels about doing covers, as far as like doing the same joke over and over.
Right.
And you just kind of you got to change it up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I mean, on their side of it, that is kind of the equivalent. Because most local bands want to make their own music.
Right. I can see that.
You kind of have to do a cover here and there just to keep the attention of the crowd.
Right.
So do you have a joke that kind of hooks the crowd and you hold on to that because you know it works?
I don't know. Like, I mean, I pretty much just do
whatever the hell
act.
you want.
I do like an act, and then I fill the act with like crowd work.
Right.
Basically that's what I do. Like when I'm featuring or headlining, I'll have a certain amount of jokes that I know work, and I might not get to all of them, but I'll start doing those jokes, and then kind of gauge the reaction of the audience, talk to them a little bit, make up some jokes about them on the spot or about the situation, or about how they reacted, and then keep with the act, and then all of a sudden time's up. I gotta go.
So how long have you actually been doing comedy?
I've been doing comedy a little over 7 years. Yeah.
7 years. So that's quite a bit of time.
Yeah.
So how long of a set could you do right now? I mean, and feel comfortable with.
How much money do you have?
No, I'm not asking to hire you. Jesus.
Do you have an hour?
I'll give you free sandwiches and a beer. I mean,
I have a solid 45 minutes to an hour. Yeah.
An hour is tough, right?
Yeah, it's hard to do an hour.
That last 15 minutes, I mean, to fill that is tough, right?
I've done an hour. I did an hour one time for 15 people that were in their 70s and 80s, and they hated me for an hour. But I had driven all the way down there, and I was like, well, I'm getting paid, so I'm going to be up here for an hour.
Stuck it out. Wow.
Yeah.
But, I mean, so you were up there for an hour.
Yeah.
And you couldn't figure out what the hell was going to make them laugh in an hour?
No, they did. It
wouldn't have mattered, right?
It didn't matter what
they were angry.
Would do. Yeah, they just did not like it.
Yeah, because there was bingo to be had, and you were freaking in the way.
Yeah, they were a little bit too polite to get up and walk out, though,
Or they just couldn't get up and walk out.
Or,
help.
they were just tired, yeah.
It was like Cam and I's family when Cam was up.
Right, they're ringing their bell, but the guy's not coming to help them out.
Yeah, but most of the time, it's a lot more fun than that,
Is that one of the strangest situations you've been in to do jokes?
That's not the strangest.
So what is the strangest?
The strangest would have to be, I think I did 20 minutes at Family Fun Day at Rent King at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon on a Saturday.
Family Fun Day. Now,
so
listen.
I was like in front of like a mattress selection with a microphone, like in a little amp, and people were like sitting on the furniture, and yeah, I just did 20 minutes. I actually opened up for several 13-year-olds
For Serta.
that had that had a rap group. Yeah, so it was like,
Are you serious?
13-year-old rappers?
13-year-old rappers. They went on after me. Yeah, but I got my $50 or $100 or whatever it was, and went home. I think I got a free hot dog too.
No popcorn? But come on, sir.
How did your kids joke go over there?
I think I started the set with like, oh man, it's got furniture for rent here. I wouldn't know about that. I'd buy my furniture straight up.
There's nothing like alienating the fucking bitches.
Number one, don't piss off the
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Wow.
So how did it go? I mean, what did Rent King say to you when you were done? Like,
Oh, they paid me, but they haven't called me back.
No?
Yeah.
it's because you took the tag off of one of the fucking
Yeah.
masks.
You did too. You ripped it off.
Yeah, I ripped it off. I was like,
Felony this.
yeah, fuck you guys.
What's the best venue you played?
Oh, I see. That's a hard question because there's a lot of really good places, even around here.
I mean, I get that. I mean, you guys enjoy doing it, and there's a lot of places that are very friendly to you. I mean, but like, you got to have a favorite. I mean, you got to have a place that you like to go.
I don't know. I really like going to Coconuts down on the beach. That's kind of
That's a
fun.
pretty popular.
Except that's not in the trade winds, right?
It used to be
Okay.
back in the day, but now it's like across the street from the Trade Winds.
Okay.
It's in its own building now. It's like a tiny. I like that place because it's like a tiny little comedy club. Probably seats maybe. I don't know, maybe 70 people. If you
Okay.
don't tell the fire marshal, like
65 plus.
yeah.
Grand brownies.
Yeah, so it's low ceilings, great lighting, great sound, and the crowd is always good. It's usually just filled with tourists who are
Right.
just loving their time down here and having a great time. So it's usually pretty easy.
How do you gear your comedy, like your content towards something like
environment.
that? Yeah, that's an interesting environment because you've got
Yeah, you
all
got-
kinds of surroundings.
Well, it's really easy to do crowd work because people are from all over the
Okay.
place and have different occupations and stuff like that. And usually there's at least a couple of interesting people in the crowd that you can mess with and make the show more fun for everybody.
So, like, you learn from every experience, correct?
Yeah.
So, if you were to do another old folks home, what would you change?
I don't know. I have actually gone back to that place.
Really?
And have done great. So I think I
Are
just
you
I figured out how to whisper to old people now. I can tame them now. Like
The old people whisper.
yeah.
Blue,
I do. I mean, I do a bunch of clubs, down up and down the west coast of Florida, and that's all retirees. And I think I just know how to talk to them better now. Just
Well,
get them to like you. If if the audience likes you, then
That
it
helps.
it helps. It's like it
You
almost
win.
doesn't matter what you say if
Right.
if they're into you.
That
So-
is kind of true, though, right?
So you take their Werther's originals and
Yeah.
say, thanks, Grandma.
It is kind of true, though, because that's in almost any situation. If you gain the trust of the people that you're around,
Yeah.
then they don't judge what you're saying as much.
Exactly.
They kinda
They
listen-
know. Oh, like if I say something that they don't agree with, they go, okay, well, I like him and he's funny and he's just making a joke.
We'll let
you
that
know?
one go. Right, exactly. So, like, after doing Rent King, did you go home and write mattress jokes?
No, I was just like, I'm never doing that shit. Again.
I'm going home and laying down.
That sounds awesome.
What does?
That whole environment just seems like, wow, I would have never expected this. I'm going to enjoy it.
Yeah.
Right, to a bunch of people that are going to lose their trailer because they're renting fucking
And
mattresses.
look, I didn't make your credit bad or good.
Yeah, they're
It's not
renting
my
big
fault.
screen TVs.
Paying 4 times the actual amount.
Right.
It's not my bad.
So you're married, right?
Yes.
And how long you been married?
I've been married 7 years. Yeah.
Is it Lee or Leah?
Leah.
Leah.
Yes.
So how long have you known her? Where'd you meet her?
We've known each other 10 years. She saw me in a play.
Really?
She came to see one of her friends in this play and saw me, and then she had a dream about me. She had a
Whoa.
dream that we were together, and then told her friend not to tell me, but her friend did tell me, and then so I asked her out. Yeah.
If
So
I
is this
dream
high
about you tonight, I'm
school,
telling my
or-
wife.
Is that high school? Or?
No,
That
this
sounds
is-
like a high school story.
10
Yeah, it
years
does.
ago, he's 30.
I
Yeah.
know. Like,
34.
don't tell him I like him. Gosh.
I was in high school until I was 24.
Yeah.
Oh, me too.
You're such a
Yeah, so
baby.
I've we've been together just 10 years next week.
How did you propose?
I took her out for ice cream at the beach, and then we went. It was like a Tuesday night, and then we went and walked on the beach, and I kind of just surprised her.
Really?
Yeah.
Was the ring in like the bottom of the cone or something?
No, I just had it in the back pocket. I got down on one knee, you know, the traditional thing.
You got down on one knee?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Are you serious?
How else are you supposed to do it?
Oh, I got on both knees and did this.
Oh.
Will you please marry me?
Yeah, please don't say no.
Right. Everybody else has already said no. You were engaged for a while, though, right? Before you actually got married?
I think we were engaged a year.
A year?
Yeah, I think so.
Really? Because, I mean, yeah, that's not what it says in your... You guys got to work on your bios. If I'm going to do research, it needs to be factual.
Where do I have when I got married in my bio?
No, it says when you got engaged and then when you got married.
In my bio?
Who wrote it for you? She must have wrote it.
No, that's not in my bio.
It's not?
I don't think so.
Do I have to do this?
I think you can read my bio, but I don't think
thank you. I appreciate it.
I don't think it says when I got married.
Maybe it wasn't yours.
I mean, unless somebody else wrote one for me, and then it's like out there someplace. I don't know.
And that's another thing. Like, your bio was actually pretty cool. It's like, your political views are the marijuana party.
Yeah.
I like that a lot, actually. Because
it's not even a party in this country. It's a Canadian political party.
Is that really a...
Yeah, it is.
You're kidding, right?
No, it's a political party in Canada.
It
might be here, too, now, at this point.
Did
I don't
you know
know.
that?
I thought that was the Green Party, right?
The Green Party, that's like Jill Stein.
That's...
I think she smokes pot. She's pretty weird.
They all do. And other stuff.
Did you know that, Mike? That was an actual...
I did not. I didn't actually look at this.
How did you learn that?
I follow Canadian politics pretty closely.
Thinking about moving?
No, I'm just kidding.
He's like, I've already got my bags packed.
I almost believed him.
No, I think I just picked that out of. I think there was like a list of options on Facebook, and I was like, ooh.
Yeah. Just like your sexual orientation on Facebook. I'll pick number 47.
I'm a tiger.
A stripeless tiger.
Yeah.
Oh, damn it.
What?
I need to read better. You were right. Because it says they got engaged in 2009, but then in 2014 it says married to Leah Murray for 4 years.
Oh, okay.
I forgot the 4 years part of that whole shit.
Oh yeah, no, I wouldn't do a five-year engagement. That's like that's usually like a guy like trying to get out of it. He's like, yeah, you know, I'm gonna ask her, but then I'm gonna try to get out of it.
He's just kidding, honey.
Yeah.
We were engaged. God damn, I don't even know how long. We were engaged. I think 6 or 7 years.
6 years.
But we've been
Wow.
together 20 now.
Wait. So
it wasn't
how
really,
long were you together before you got engaged?
So 5.
So yeah, I mean 5 years at that point.
But we've known each other since she was born. So does that count?
That sounds weird if you say it like that.
Well, yeah. our mother had no problem with it.
It's like, yeah, that's what it sounds like to me. It's like I've known her since we were both born on the same day.
We're twins. We just can't get apart. So I mean,
yeah. So yeah, we were. I think we were engaged for like a year.
Yeah, you were.
Something
I mean,
like
not that that was even important, but I just wanted to prove you wrong, and I'm a dick, so it didn't work out in my favor at all. What? You have a problem with this?
No.
Huh?
No.
How long you been engaged?
Couple years.
You still engaged?
How long you been together?
This is going on 19.
19 years?
Yeah. We've been
How long you been married?
For about 19 years.
Were you waiting for something better to come around?
After a certain point, it was like, all right, whatever. We're basically married.
You're like, hold on. You're common law married at this point,
it
right?
doesn't count in Florida, but yeah, we are.
Right.
Still trying to figure out how to sign his name on his
It's like, just so you know, honey, it doesn't count in Florida.
It doesn't count.
Nanny, nanny, boo, boo. You ain't getting half, bitch. Are we out?
No, what do you want?
I don't know, 7:59. Oh, yeah. Our segues are smooth as shit. Just so you know.
Perfect. Perfect.
What happened?
What happened was...
All right, so we're going to take a break. When we come back, Open Mike's favorite game, Stanley's boobs.
Sounds creepy.
Just wait. You like baby cunt? Stanley's boobs are next. More of us when we come back. You're listening to Open Mike Live.
This is Jonas Presidue, and you're now listening to Open Mike Live, the only guys that can say my last name right.
That was probably too low, but in case you missed that.
I blame Jonas.
Jonas is kind of soft-spoken.
Yeah. Jonas, it's your fault.
He's a real gentle giant.
We blame Jonas.
But he gives good hugs.
No,
Great hugs.
Great hugs.
So, before we get started, Mikey, hold on, please, if you don't mind. I'm the host of this motherfucker. I don't care if your name's on the goddamn thing or not. But anyway, my brother-in-law's birthday is today. And
Happy
I don't
birthday.
usually do shout-outs, but I would like to go ahead and say happy birthday, Casey.
Shout out to Casey!
Happy coming out of your Mother Day. And what a moment that is when you first come out of your mother.
What, do you remember it?
Like it was yesterday.
He's such a dick. Let's play a fucking game.
Now it's time for Mike's favorite game, Stanley Feud. Doop-a-doop.
So anticlimactic every fucking time, dude.
Hey!
All right, so Stanley Feud is my version of another popular game, but I make up 5 questions, and then I survey. This week was 94 Facebook. You call them associates? They're not really friends. I know it says friends.
Facebook associates.
People, right? And they take the time to respond. I give you the top 5 answers. The number 1 answer is worth 5 points. All others are worth 1. You will be answering along with the guests. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Name an outdoor activity or game you can play with 2 people. Now, your objective is to figure out what other people are going to say.
Right. Just like that other Feud show.
I don't want Steve Harvey coming after me, bro.
That's the last person you want coming after you. Let's see. Outdoor activity with 2 people. I'm going to go ahead and say cornhole.
Mom's Pepsi says sex on the beach, cornhole.
I'm probably going to be bad at this game because I don't like to do a lot of the things that other people like to do.
Matt says cornhole.
Drug dealing.
Love Bird
that's a
says
thing.
frisbee.
That's an activity. Drug dealing. It's a hobby of mine.
What the hell is a Dutch rudder, John? Welcome, John.
Welcome, John. John's trolling for love here.
Looking for love and all the...
Docking.
He's
Docking is an activity.
It's like, wait, what is this? I thought this was a forum about docking.
An outdoor let's see, what was that? An outdoor activity or game you can play with 2 people. How about I Spy?
I Spy. Ping pong. Who the hell plays ping pong outside? A beer pong maybe, but not ping pong.
Group stalking.
Group stalking.
You can. Does 2 people count as group stalking? I don't know. Or do you have to have 3? Do you need 3?
Well, if one person is the stalky, that takes 2 people.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Stalk people?
Yeah. Where do you live?
I'll give you my address. You can come over.
All right.
I like being watched.
I don't. It happened on accident once, and it's not fun. All right. Drug dealing these days takes way more than 2 people. You got the money handler, the drug handler, and the neighborhood watch.
Stop overthinking it.
So 18 people said tennis.
I paid off Neighborhood Watch.
15 people said catch. 12 people said frisbee. 10 said horseshoes. And 10 said cornhole.
I feel like horseshoes and cornhole are the same thing.
They are,
but
they're not really the same thing.
They are.
It's just you drinking and throwing something in a direction.
It's something else.
Yeah.
Right?
So cornhole, horseshoes, darts, bear pong, they're all...
No, I see what he's saying. Horseshoe and cornhole are kind of...
They're both underhand.
Same rules. Same rules.
I got you. All right, so it's my game. Fuck off. Number 2. Name something overweight people should not wear.
Wedding dress.
No one made you marry him.
I'm gonna go ahead and say tube top. I think
Tube top.
I think that's the most common thing that overweight people
Yoga
should not wear.
pants.
I don't. Yoga pants look good on everybody.
Actually, I don't
Come on.
care. Yeah, I don't. It's worth it. Whatever.
It's comfy.
Mom's... Yeah. Mom says bikini, and Deo says bikini.
Speedo. Thong.
Matt says halter top.
Halter. That's very specific. Halter top. Well, you know too much about women's clothes.
Right? One person says Speedo.
I don't know what is a halter top. I've heard the term, but I don't know what it is.
That's the one that you can literally like just grab with your finger and pull it down. It's right. There's like no straps and
tube top.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
Yeah. Same. It's the same thing. Gobble says bikini and Speedo.
Got to pick one. Gobble.
Right, because one's for girls and one's for guys. Right? It's not the same thing.
Yeah, Speedo is for a dude. Well, if you said thong, that could be.
John Min says yoga pants.
John really hates fat people in yoga pants.
I realize this seems like a rude question, but it's not. It's sincere.
There's overweight people in the world. Deal with it.
22 people said yoga pants.
Yeah.
20 said bikini or thong. 14 said Speedos. 10 said belly shirts, which I gave you tube tops or whatever for that because it's the same shit.
Yeah. Works.
And then 4 said, let them wear what the fuck they want.
Well, 4 people said that.
Yeah.
Stop picking
The
on
fatties
them,
in
you
the forum.
bully.
Right, you don't have to be
Fatties in the
polite.
forum are like, just leave us alone.
No one's going to see the answer you give me. You don't have to be polite, just so you know. All right.
Social
So
justice
Tiffany says
warrior.
spandex, which I'll give yoga pants for spandex, right?
Counts. Same thing.
Same shit.
I wear yoga pants when I ride my bicycle. Same thing.
So my mom says. All right, number 3. Name something you might catch in a river other than a fish.
An STD.
I was going to say chlamydia, but I'm going to change it now. Let's see.
I'll let them be the same.
Yeah. Let's see. You could catch an alligator.
You can catch an alligator.
Yeah.
A couch. I've actually seen a love seat floating down the Hillsborough River.
It's a halter top at Target, but it's a tube top at Walmart.
That makes sense. Okay. That makes sense.
Actually, that's a legit answer.
So $1.95 price difference?
Dad Dio says urinary tract infection.
That can happen.
I'm going to say crab.
Catch a crab
You
or
catch a
cook
crab.
crabs? A crab.
Catch a gun right there off the sly.
Gobble says turtle.
You can't catch a turtle. That's silly.
You can't?
You try to catch a turtle.
No, they outrun me every time. What do you mean you can't catch a fucking turtle?
Pretty sure you can catch a turtle.
Not in the river. Good luck.
Unless you're laying down.
If you bait your hook for turtle, I think, you know.
What is turtle bait?
Turtle,
Pizza?
yeah, turtle bait is pizza. Pizza and
Pepperoni pizza and anchovies.
just put a rat in a kimono. And then,
He'll catch him.
We got a couple frogs on the board. Mom's Pepsi says Hellefic
I'm going to go with trash. Because
trash?
Trash seems, if you're not catching fish, you're catching trash.
yeah, you definitely grew up on the Hillsborough River.
I know shit.
Yep.
Actually, almost any river these days, bro. We went back home up north where that river used to be safe to swim in, too.
Now they're like, don't go in here, you'll get AIDS.
Right, exactly. Needles floating everywhere.
We were up at Trout Creek, and it was pretty nice up there. Trout Creek and Morris Bridge.
Okay.
It's less people.
Yeah.
It helps.
People ruin everything.
People do fuck things up.
People ruin absolutely everything good.
It says you'll catch Mike in his paddleboard.
That's true.
Now, he is a little faster than a turtle on that goddamn paddleboard. Have you ever done that, paddleboarded?
I always wanted to try it. I have a kayak, but I don't have a paddleboard.
I haven't been on my kayak since I got mine.
It's that much more fun?
I love it. It's easier to load, unload.
I want to be the guy that's like on a paddleboard, but not standing up. Like I'm going to sit on a cooler of beer. Yeah.
You can do that.
Or kneel.
Yeah, or kneel.
Just put a chair on it.
Yeah, just a lawn chair on it. And then
Just the long stretch one.
It's hard enough balancing on 2 feet. Let's go ahead and put a fucking lawn chair on there. Like,
you get a wide enough one, it'll
just
be fine.
bungee cord it to
Comes with straps.
all right, 17 people said turtle. 16 said disease.
Yeah.
14 said snakes.
Yeah.
12 said alligator. And
Dead bodies.
9 said dead bodies. Which you knew that shit was coming, right? All right. Number 4, name a famous John.
Mins.
I said famous.
Oh.
Just name a famous John. Let's see.
John Doe.
Jacobs.
John Mayer.
Yeah, I'm gonna say John
Joe.
McEnroe.
John.
Oh,
yeah. Wow.
Nobody probably chose that one.
I was thinking John Bon Jovi, and I was like,
That's not a famous John. You got to say the whole
Right,
thing.
last time he was famous, you were playing Tekken.
Yeah.
John Smith.
John Wayne Bobbitt. John Mayer. John Belushi.
Johnny Be Good.
John Wayne.
John Travolta.
John. Yep. Okay.
John Glenn.
John Wayne's a good answer.
It's a lot of Johns. It's a common
John
name.
Travolta. That's a good answer.
John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt.
John Glenn.
I said it.
John Glenn. He just passed away. Famous for going to space.
John Malkovich. That's a great answer.
I like that one.
I think people didn't answer that because they didn't know how to spell it. I want to say Malkovich, but fuck that.
That's a good reason not to, though.
John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt.
Yep.
Give me a break.
It's MTV's John Jacobs Jingleheimer.
Road Rules next.
Facebook Live coming soon.
Wait, which one was it? He was on both of them, right? The Road Rules, Real World? Real World.
No, he was on Are You the One?
Same thing.
Yeah, it was pretty much. And then he did like a Road Rules challenge.
That's what it was.
Lawrence Green, welcome.
LG.
What's going on, Lawrence?
Nothing. That's why he's tuning in.
Yeah.
Here.
John 3:16.
All these comics are just waiting to go to open mic.
Is that right?
There's like, well, I got an hour to kill before open mic.
What's so funny is a lot when we first started doing this and bringing y'all in, they actually thought it was an open mic. They didn't realize it was a
Yeah,
show.
people are ready to do material.
People are ready to do
They
their
came
new
in
jokes.
with sets, right? I'm like, no, you don't have to be funny. We know you're not.
What a relief.
Right?
And they weren't. No.
All right. 24 people said John Lennon.
Ooh.
17
that's
said
better.
John Wayne. 15 Travolta. 12 said John Kennedy. And 6 said John Holmes.
Yeah, they did.
That's my crew. out there.
John Holmes.
I would have said 10, but whatever.
All right. So we have John J with 2, Matt with 3, Love with 1, and Dale with 2, LM with 6, Gobble with 11, Moms with 1, Love with 1, Dad with 3, John Mins with 5, and Tiff with 6. Wow, low scores. I did good. No one.
Yeah,
knows
I did bad.
No one, dude. It's all up for grabs. So this last question. Number one answer is worth 10. All others are worth 5. Are you ready?
Yes.
If you killed someone, what would you do with the body?
I'm not telling you. Nice try.
That didn't make the board, but yes, I got a couple of those.
Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and go with dissolve in acid. It's because I always wanted to try that. It seems like a fun hobby, you know, like you get into
like
a little
Breaking
chemistry.
Bad, or
Yeah.
I've had this acid laying around and have nothing to do with it.
Yeah, I have several 50-gallon barrels of acid in my backyard.
I mean, I have your muriatic acid, but it's not going to really. It's not going to do that.
It
All
might.
my acid is on sheets of paper that you cut into cubes. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with you.
You can't do that with muriatic acid either.
You can, but it's not recommended.
It's not the same.
We got throw it in a wood chipper. Loveburn says Mike take care of it. Put it in a river.
There you go. Going back to the other question. Put it in a river.
Matthew says hydrochloric acid.
River does seem easy. For whatever reason, when I drive over that Sly Bridge, I've always assumed that somebody's been thrown over with a cinder block tied to their feet.
Right.
But I know how deep it is, so their head's still above water.
Yeah, it's like, help me. Get me out of here. Wait, what was the last answer? The specific kind of acid? That kind of freaks me out that he knows exactly the type of acid that you
Hydrochloric.
Yeah, that's
Oh, I
a
can
little,
get some of that.
That's a little too deep for me. Yeah.
Was that the? But if it was in Breaking Bad, then that would explain that.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Because they need acid.
Crab traps.
Crab trap. Yeah, that's a good idea. The crabs will eat you all
Right,
up.
Amanda Brown.
We got to feed to the gators. We got to burn it. We have a put them in that bitch's house.
Put them in that bitch's house.
It's not her fault, bro. It's
We
the
love you,
hydrocodone.
moms.
Cement shoes.
What you putting in that?
So what?
Pepsi?
Cement shoes. What? That's ocean, right? Basically.
Yeah, throw them in the
Basically what
ocean.
I said.
Yeah. Tie a cinder block. Instead of a cinder block, you give them shoes.
Right.
You make your own cinder blocks.
Right. They're like the extreme version of the hands that you did when you were in freaking kindergarten.
Right,
Except
right.
it actually holds on to your whole foot.
Yeah, it's cheaper than cinder. It's for people that can't afford cinder blocks. You know, it's like you got to mix the cement yourself.
Well, it's like what was his name that they can't find the body of? I forget his name now, but they said he could be in Giant Stadium. They put him in with the foundation.
Oh yeah, Jimmy Hoffa.
Jimmy Hoffa, yeah.
Yeah.
Where's Jimmy Hoffa? He's got concrete shoes.
Yeah, they probably just have him buried in there. Yeah.
It's most likely. What are they going to do?
I know the new Yankee Stadium. One of the construction workers put a Boston Red Sox jersey in the cement, and then bragged about it. And then the Yankees actually went and like tore it up and got it out of there.
Yeah, of course they did. Because they're superstitious as
Yeah,
hell.
yeah.
All right. So, 18 people said lie or acid. 18 people also said ocean.
Wait, what's lie?
Lies like this. Lies like the stuff in Fight Club that he burns his hand with.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah.
People. Yeah. It's the old version of acid.
Yeah.
Basically.
It's old school.
13 said bury it. 10 said burn it, and 8 said feed it to the pigs.
Oh, so acid. That's the top score. I got
Yeah.
that
Unfortunately, you weren't very good at that
one.
game.
I wasn't good at this game. No.
The winner is LM Deo with 16, which might be a new low score for this fucking game.
What did I get? 12.
You did.
Oh, okay.
Crap, he's keeping up.
Keeping score over here.
Dude, you're doing better than me, and I'm keeping score.
I don't want to get cheated.
Dude, it's so funny because it's tough when you get so many people on here.
Right,
and try to
right.
I get yelled at. I got that one right. All right, fucking
All right,
Jesus
sorry.
Christ, you can have your 5 points. You're not getting jack shit
Yeah,
for
you
it
know
anyway.
you're not getting a prize here, right?
All right, so we do follow it up, like he told you earlier, with a quick review. I'll run through a few of them just to get them out there, but these are the ones that didn't make the board.
Okay.
So we'll start with the two-person activity. Basketball, right? That's not too bad.
Yeah.
Skinny dipping, cool, that's clever. But tell me if these next three are actually two-people games.
Okay.
Dodgeball? Like, if you're playing dodgeball
That's
with two
sad,
people...
yeah.
Butts up.
That's
you,
just...
You need friends, right?
The dodgeball between two people is just one person hitting someone with a ball.
Yeah.
So does Marco Polo follow in that same thing?
Yeah,
like if
Marco
there's
Polo...
only one voice...
Yeah, if you only have one friend, you need to figure out a new game. Yeah.
Right, exactly. And butts up. You don't play that with two people.
I wonder.
You don't play that with anybody at this stage in life.
That's true. Yeah, these kids don't play that shit.
I ain't running.
Right, because you hit them too hard, they'll shoot your fucking ass anymore. All right, so famous Johns. We got Jimmy Johns.
Okay.
On the board. John Gotti.
He's pretty famous.
John Cusack almost made the board, actually.
Huh. Okay.
John Belushi. And John Cena. I only put him in there because of you.
Me?
John Cena, he's a Tampa local.
That's right.
He is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why'd you put him in there because of me?
Aren't you a wrestling guy?
That's wrestling. I'm not a wrestling guy. I'm an MMA guy. Different.
Oh, I thought it was the same shit.
It's not.
No,
at all.
one is fake fighting and one is real fighting.
But either way, it's
And I won't
guys
tell you
barely
which.
clothed. Like,
John Cena wears jorts.
and that's
Does he?
fucking cool.
He's clothed. I think so. It is jorts and
Yeah, Chuck Liddell used to wear jorts in the ring.
That's awesome. Chuck Liddell would kill John Cena.
So overweight people, skinny jeans, which I thought for sure that was going to make the board. Booty shorts.
Booty
I was going
shorts.
to say bongos.
Right. It says sexy on the back of it, right? And someone said clothes. That people should not wear clothes.
Just be naked all the time.
That's just hot.
Just a moo-moo.
So in a river, I got Buzz, which, believe it or not, more than one person actually said catch a buzz.
Catch a buzz in the river, yeah. You sit in,
like
sit in a tube all day and
Well,
drink
not
beer.
anymore. Maybe back in the Ramblin' River raft days. Remember those?
I was, that's what I was thinking of when we went last weekend up to Trout Creek and Morris Bridge. There's not enough current, but that would be a cool place if we got more flow maybe in the rainy season to actually do that.
Yeah, the thing is, like, cops have like little field test kits. They can like test your drinks now, so you can't catch a buzz anymore.
Oh, so my Mark's Hard Lemonade isn't going to pass?
It's not going to pass anymore. They can stick like one of those like pool tab sticks in there and see if there's alcohol in it.
That's fucking
That's
bullshit.
bullshit. I know.
Dude, reminds me of
And then they just
probation.
pour it out. Yeah.
So we got crawfish, frogs, and gold. When was the last time people actually found gold in a fucking river?
If you go out to Colorado, you can pan for gold, and you end up with a little bit.
You pay to do it, right?
It's like a tourist thing. Yeah,
Right.
it's just for fun to show you,
You
how
don't
they
even
used
make
to do
your
it.
money back, though.
No, I think you got to pay $10 and then you get like maybe
$2
$1 worth.
Right.
Of gold. Yeah.
At best, because it's just flake.
Yeah.
Right, you can get more money from scrapping aluminum cans. than
Yeah.
you can
Yeah.
freaking-
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so do with the body. Drop in a river.
Uh-huh.
Bring it back to life.
Okay, that's a good one.
No, who would do that?
Make a human stew.
All right, that's gross.
Wood chipper. Just leave the fucking thing where it's at. And fuck it and then eat it.
Well, okay, yeah, that's hardcore. You guys got some interesting listeners.
What are they, sea otter?
Is that what
Fuck it,
sea
they
otters
eat
do?
Sea otters will rape baby seals and then just carry it around with them for days.
Really?
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, yeah. They're cute, aren't they?
They're so adorable.
So here's the worst part about fuck it and then eat it. Was I got it. I got that answer. And I went, what the fuck is wrong with you? And then I got two more people that gave me the same fucking answer.
Really?
I swear to you, I'm going, are you freaking kidding me? That
Fuck it and
unfriend,
eat
unfriend, block,
Yeah.
block. I don't want to get fucked and then eaten.
I am not going camping with you.
Right, because you always eat before you fuck, right?
Yeah.
It's just disgusting the other way around.
Yeah, don't be gross.
Right? Don't be gross.
God, eat that body first.
What would you do with a body if you were to kill somebody?
Well, I said the acid thing, but I don't know much about acid. I was just trying to go for the number one answer. I don't know. I think, just drive it into the swamp, chop it up with an axe, feed it to gators.
I think the feed it to gators and feed it to pigs.
Everglades is a good spot.
Yeah, I feel like the drug cartels have fed several people to alligators in the Everglades.
Oh yeah.
You ever drive across Alligator Alley in the
Sure.
middle of the night, and then you see like a car that's just kind of pulled off, and there's nobody in the car, and you're like, oh,
What just happened?
but the headlights are still on. It's like facing towards the swamp. You're like, oh, what are they doing?
And
I'm
then
not
like-
going to check though.
And then, unlike every scary movie you see, you do not walk up to that fucking car.
Exactly, you just haul ass
Right.
past it. And Just
Exactly.
forget about it.
Not me.
I'm out. I mean, I used to think about the icicle pick. You know what I mean? like an ice pick type of thing. Not the ice
What,
pick,
to kill
but-
people?
How to kill
Yeah, like
people?
a
or-
big ass icicle. You can stab with it.
yeah.
Until I watched
That's
CSI
like
and they actually solved that fucking case.
Yeah, that was like an old Sherlock Holmes story, wasn't
Right.
it? The murder weapon was a frozen knife or something.
Wasn't that Basic Instinct too?
Maybe.
Right.
It all comes from
Yeah, movies.
Sherlock Holmes.
Oh.
He thought all that shit.
Damn it,
first.
Watson! Watson branched off and sold the script.
Yeah.
What? Many a wedding ring lost in a river? The hell's that got to do with killing someone?
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, that's.
Is this the only way to get the wedding ring back? You just kill the bitch and throw her in the
It's
river?
like a magic spell. If you put a body in the river, you find a gold wedding band. Yeah.
I like that.
Try it. Yeah.
Try it. Go ahead. See how you make out. What?
So John says you always eat after you fuck. Bitch, make my sandwich.
Oh, okay.
That marriage is going to last.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I was going to say, that guy seems lonely.
He's not lonely. He has us.
Okay, that's good.
All right, let's take a quick break. I think the people need it after this bullshit. When we come back, we will tell you about a Floridiot, and then we will give you more of John J. Murray.
What he said. We'll be back. Welcome back to Open Mic Live, segment 4. One more segment left on openmictheshow.com. Want to remind you to check out all of our friends on the homepage of Open Mic the Show, IRN Broadcast, No Name Network, Raw Talk Online, 920 WN the Apple, despite what it says. We're overnights Friday, not Saturday on the website. Some asshole needs to change that. And Bubba Army Radio, Saturdays at 10-ish, 10-15-ish, whatever. Catch our replays there. Download them there. Do whatever you want there. Back with John J. Murray.
Hey, guys.
What the hell?
He just ran away.
I know. Hold on. He knows what he did. I thought there was... I swear to God.
Hard to find good help these days.
No shit.
Florida man.
Did you just take a piss?
No.
That was fucking fast.
I panicked.
How'd you panic?
I panicked. Now I turtled up.
No pun intended.
I got all nervous.
So anyway, this is Floridiot's, and what it is we pick. Mike picks a couple dumbasses in Florida that made mistakes, and I go ahead and exploit them.
Okay.
So the first one comes from Collier County. Joshua Benz, 25-year-old, was charged with possession of cocaine. You son of a bitch. So Benz was walking alone in the middle of 11th Street Southwest wearing jeans and no shirt when he motioned to a deputy to stop his unmarked patrol car. So he's walking around, no shirt.
Just slinging
in
coke.
his booty shorts, right. As the deputy explained the evacuation orders, what's I don't understand that. Were they being evacuated or something?
There was a fire. There was a fire that was happening out there, and it was a wildfire that was out of control. So I guess there were emergency crews trying to evacuate everybody. Where this
douchebag's just walking down the
This
middle of
guy's
the road.
walking around, no shirt, in a forest fire, selling drugs. Okay.
So after he called the cop over to him, then he proceeds to put a clear plastic bag up to his nose and snorted for 3 to 4 seconds. Well, he turned around and put his hands behind his back. The deputy arrested him. The substance inside the plastic bag was later determined to be cocaine. So reports say that Benz pointed out to the deputies a Ford Ranger pickup with its front end submerged into the canal at the end of the street. No passengers were inside. Now, was this his vehicle?
I'm guessing. What did he probably wave
So
them
he
over
crashed in
for
a canal.
help? He's like, "Hey, help me out here." I crashed.
Right.
He must have been really messed up because he immediately threw his hands behind his.
He's like, "Oh shit, cops! Let's snort all this coke."
No, he waved him over though.
Right, but he put.
Yeah, he waved him over, and he's like, "Oh, I got this bag of coke. I better just do
Get
this
rid of
all
this,
right
no
now."
evidence,
But
right?
he did it like he was hyperventilating. I mean, he took the fucking bag. It's like, I thought that I don't know. Is that how you do coke?
Not typically.
How
You
do
don't
you do
usually.
coke?
You don't
No.
usually Scarface
You
it.
You don't usually invite cops over.
Yeah. Like, hey, come watch this, officer.
I got hiccups.
See how much coke I can do at one time.
It's so funny though because like last week we did a story about a guy that thought actually had been broken into, and called the cops to his house, sent them inside to make sure there was no one left inside.
Yeah.
And it was a grow house. Every room
had
plants growing. What the hell is wrong with? I mean, even if you're fucked up, I've been pretty fucked up. I'm not inviting.
Maybe he was just scared. He was like, "Can you guys go in there and make sure there's no monsters?"
I mean, he was, but fuck that.
I'm like really paranoid right now.
I'm going to a hotel for a while and coming back if I got a grow house going on in there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not calling the cops and sending them in there.
Yeah, that's not a good idea.
And do you call the cops? I mean, it's like calling the cops over to your car and taking a swig of your beer.
Yeah.
As they approach it, right? I mean,
like, what do you want? And then just take a drink.
What's the dumbest thing you've done in public like that? Have you ever done anything stupid like that in public?
In front of a cop? Or just in public?
Yeah, or incidentally. I mean, like you got lucky that a cop wasn't around when you were doing it.
Let's see. I don't know. I do all sorts of stupid things.
Do you really?
I once went naked cliff diving at Lake Havasu.
What?
That was pretty fun.
Naked cliff diving?
Yeah, well, actually, my friend stole my shorts and threw them up on top of the cliff. And then I got up there, and I was like, I might as well just dive off this naked. You know?
And he did it.
So did you dive head first or cannonball or did you scissor it?
I definitely didn't do the scissor move.
Here we go, boys.
My dick will break my fall. No, I just dove off, yeah.
But were you the only one naked?
I was, yeah.
Was there anyone else around?
Oh, yeah, there was a lot of people. This was before YouTube, so I think I think I got lucky on that one. I was pretty drunk.
I mean, if you were to do it today, would you Facebook Live it?
No.
Why not? Don't be shy.
No, I wouldn't Facebook Live it.
Would you do it today?
I probably wouldn't even do it today.
Really?
Yeah, I think I was just a little bit crazier back then.
I mean, what made you go, you know what? I'm going to get naked when nobody else is, and I'm going to dive off this fucking cliff.
I don't know why I got naked. And then my shorts got thrown up there, and then I was like, well, I might as well just jump off, because it'll be fun,
So you got naked, they stole your shorts?
Yes.
I love that.
They didn't steal them from me, though. For some reason, I was just not wearing them. I don't know why. Like, I can't remember why I was naked in the first place.
Well, you can't dive with clothes on.
Yeah.
It's restricting.
It's Lake Havasu. It's a party,
But they'll weight you down when they get waterlogged.
It's fun.
You ever go skinny dipping?
We used to have a pool at when I was growing up. We had an above ground pool because we're trashy.
Yeah, I currently have an above ground pool.
Yeah,
it's nice.
And I tried it. It was fun. It was good times.
So you said you smoke out a lot. Do you think that attributed to anything, to any of that?
Yeah, probably.
So we don't usually do this, but since it's Lawrence Green that brought it up, he says he loves your stoner GPS joke.
Oh.
Like, we don't ask you guys to come in here and tell freaking jokes. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It just seems corny and shit. Thank you for doing that.
I don't want to tell it.
Tell Lawrence to go to hell right now.
No, Lawrence is saying he likes it. He's being a nice guy.
So weak.
Is it funny?
It is. I'm very funny.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What a dick, dude. Listen. I apologize once again for the prick behind the microphone.
No, it's okay.
What happened?
Jesus Christ.
I smoke a lot, too.
He clearly has Asperger's. And so, I'm totally fine with whatever he says.
Thank you for understanding. I appreciate that. So your podcast, let's talk about that a little bit.
Sure.
We got into the one podcast. What's the other one like?
Which one did we talk about already?
You talked the one about the myths and the
paranormal.
Yeah.
Okay, the Mysteriousnesses. That is a paranormal podcast. I already talked about that one.
Yeah. What's the other one?
The other one is Something Planet. No, I think I talked about Something Planet on there.
Yes,
Right.
that one.
Yeah.
So they're both about kind of like Bigfoot.
No, one is just Something Planet is just like a comedy talk podcast. Pretty much a lot like this, honestly.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we play games
But
every
funny.
once in a while. The game that we have, it's like a bunch of different games, but we call it the Mentally Challenged Challenge. So not to offend
and what is
anyone.
that?
That sounds complicated.
Yeah, it's mostly just a trivia game. Sometimes we do Family Feud style stuff too.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for stealing that shit from me.
How original.
But yeah, and we have comedians on. We have some bands on. We play local music on Something Planet, and we talk about the news as well. Yeah.
So what we're doing is not original.
Oh, we stole this. I stole this idea, by the way.
So you heard.
Oh, yeah.
It's been a listener for years.
So you heard this before I brought it up to you.
John said that he's been doing podcasting since 07. I started in 08. What do you think?
I've been listening to him ever since. Great idea.
I liked it.
Jesus Christ.
I stuck with it.
So you have bands on, like local bands? I mean,
Every once in a while, yeah, we'll have a local musician on to do some stuff.
What kind of music do you like?
I'm the type of guy I like everything. You know.
God damn it! Everyone says that. Okay.
Well,
I like everything.
I
too,
know
but-
what I don't like.
Gangster rap.
Okay.
I know what I don't like is pop country. I don't like
I know. Yeah.
like
his
Kenny
name?
Chesney or
Right,
somebody.
right.
Or, yeah, I don't like those
Hootie,
guys.
Hootie and the Blowfish guy.
country. Oh, I love Hootie.
Hootie, yeah, but he doesn't call himself Hootie anymore, so it's not
Darius
as good.
Rucker.
Yeah,
It was a stupid
big
name.
fan of Hootie. Don't like Darius.
Darius is
Forget
Darius
Darius.
sucks.
Hootie is awesome though.
Right, but Darius, go to hell.
Yeah.
Because-
So I don't like mainstream country, and I don't really like I don't like a lot of pop music, and I don't like mumble rap either. I don't is that what it's called?
Mumble rap.
Mumble rap is
We just call it rap.
it's just guys that mumble the entire
Right.
time.
I know. Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah, it's like I don't know what this is.
Right. It must be Spanish.
I turn on my old school radio and I listen to like the '90s hip hop channel.
Have you listened to that new station that's out right now?
Yeah, that's what I've been.
1059 or
Yeah, I've been listening to nothing but that.
Exactly right. I mean, that is pretty awesome.
I catch it every once in a while.
It's like the oldies station, but now
Right.
we're the guys
We're
listening to the
fucking
oldies
old.
station.
That shit hurts. That's worse than seeing the date that you got to be to buy cigarettes when you walk into the
it's
store.
like 1994,
Right.
or 97 or whatever.
I think when Metallica made the classic rock station is when I went, oh shit.
Oh yeah, I'm old.
That's not cool.
Steven Netta, welcome, brother.
Hey, what's up, Steve?
So, like, when you first started smoking weed, we won't ask when or whatever, but like, what kind of music did you listen to then? Like,
When I first started,
I listened to Boston and Steve Miller and shit like that.
I listened to that stuff just because my parents had a good record collection, so I always listened.
And you
to
got the weed out of their
classic rock.
drawer.
Yeah, I think like when I first started smoking weed, I was listening to bands like 311
I got you.
and like Sublime.
So that would be you too then, probably,
Stuff
right?
like that,
No,
yeah.
Not you too, but you as well.
Oh no, when I first started smoking, I was listening to Alice in Chains, Nirvana.
Yeah, I
stuff
listened
like
to
that.
Alice in Chains.
In fact, when I slowed down and pretty much stopped smoking, I liked 311 and Sublime. It was really odd.
That is weird. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I
usually
did it
doesn't work that
backwards.
way.
I'm all
When you
fucked
stopped
up.
smoking, did you no longer like Alice in Chains?
No, I actually still liked them.
You're like, man, this really makes me want to do heroin.
Good thing it's cooking up in the other room.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that I tuned out much of anything other than like rap, like Onyx and
Right.
that. I was listening to that, and then I was just kind of like, yeah, I'll go to something a little more musical.
Yeah,
It's
A little
what I
more
like to say.
musical.
Be a little more musical, not like Onyx Slam.
That's what I like to do. I like to get high and listen to old school
Gangsta
show
rap.
tunes. Just love the show
Yeah.
tunes. No.
Hello, baby. Hello, honey.
With SpongeBob playing in the background.
I just listen to the original cast recording of Annie.
Tomorrow.
That's hilarious.
I know it.
So since you are funny, let's talk about your comedy a little bit.
Okay.
So we talked a little bit earlier about, how long your sets are. And when you first start out doing, your open mics or you're opening for people, you're at about 5 to 7 minutes, right? And then it kind of progresses to the 15-minute mark, and then it goes up from there. So,
Yeah, usually it's like you work out a 5-minute set, then a 7-minute set, then a 10-minute set, then a 15-minute set, then a 20-minute set, then a 30-minute set, and then 45, and then an hour.
So now
that was the progression that I did. I kept building chunks like that.
That kind of seems to be the standard, though,
Yeah,
actually,
I would
from what
think
we've
so.
noticed. So once you get to that 30-minute set mark, and you've done a few of those,
Yeah.
and then you got to go back and do a 7-minute set, how hard is it to chop that back down to be...
It's really weird because once you start doing the longer sets, you stop realizing like how long 7 minutes is. You're like, okay, how many jokes can I do? Because you'll do like a contest or something, or like
Right.
like a showcase at a comedy club you haven't been to, and you'll get 5 to 7 minutes.
Right.
And you're like, okay, and you write down like 10 jokes, and then you get to do 3.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because when you first start doing 7 minutes, it's a
feels
long
like-
fucking
it feels
time.
like forever.
And then
Yeah.
once you start doing 30-minute sets, 7 minutes is like, holy shit, they're flashing a light at you.
Yeah, now it takes me about 5 minutes to really just get started.
Right.
I don't even do any material for like the first 5 minutes usually.
It's just an introduction.
Yeah, it's just I start, just talk. Like what I was saying before, is just getting people to like you.
Right. So, I mean, that's what I'm saying, though. I mean, when you first come back out of that 30-minute set thing, I'm sure that does happen though,
Yeah,
right? Like
it
you're
does.
so comfortable that you go right past your mark.
You
and
waste 4 minutes and then just bullshitting, and then
So then you do fine tune it. I mean, you can't just keep doing that, right?
Right.
So when you do that, how hard is it to manipulate the jokes that you've extended back to fitting in that time?
It's usually it's pretty easy because usually at least the way I write, like I write like a setup and punchline, and then add
That's
to
good
it from
as a
there.
joke.
You know, well, yeah, but I'll add to it from there, so I can always go back to just the setup and then just the
I got
punchline
you.
without all the other tags or the bit going off in a weird direction or anything. You know,
Right. So it's kind of like Cam. He's like, do you really think I'd take a bullet for you? I'm built like drywall, and then that's the end of it when he does a 5 minutes.
that was the first thing that he wrote down.
Right.
But then that joke eventually, became like a lot longer. You know,
Dude, that's been one of the greatest things with us that I've watched and experienced, watching a lot of these comedians, because we've been doing it a couple years, you know what I mean? And a lot of these comedians have grown, like
right before our eyes. We watched them as they
tenfold.
were like getting their feet wet.
Yeah.
Now they're growing and maturing and
are some of the best around.
Right.
You know,
I get
in
that.
amount of time, and it's like,
Yeah, I've been
that's-
running open mics since I started, so I've always got the opportunity to see that.
Yeah, you have an interesting perspective, and you get to see how each comedian develops and creates and
Right.
uses their own stuff. I was talking about when we left Joe Mackey last weekend. I was extremely impressed watching how he constructed his joke, and because you don't hear a lot from him, but he's been around for at least a little bit. And to go in as a final contestant on, or one of the finals on Last Comic Standing.
Yeah.
So there's this guy that you've never really heard of, makes this big impact on Last Comic Standing, and then now he's a premier comedian.
Yeah, he's a headlining
And
club
you
comic.
watch that, how he develops and how it's created. To me, it's fascinating, and you get to see that style and all the other ones.
Yeah, I
when you
mean,
do
there's
that week in,
guys,
week out.
there's guys that I've like booked on like actual shows that I saw them do their very first open mic.
wow.
So it's cool to watch. It really is. It's fun. And most people when you see them, they quit. Like when you first see like a group of open micers, maybe it's like 5 or 6 guys. Probably 4 of them will quit.
Yeah, because they don't have instant success, so they're like, oh, fuck this.
Right.
And they're
Well,
out.
it's not for everybody for sure. So.
Oh, it's grueling, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you say that radio is grueling, but what you're doing is grueling. It's just more satisfying to you because
It's
you're
more
loving
fun.
doing
yeah,
it.
I love getting up on stage and telling jokes. That's the best part. That part is great. It's always fun.
Always.
Even if you're bombing. For me, even bombing is fun. I don't know. I'm weird like that, but the business side of it is what's hard for me.
That's what law's for.
Yeah.
That's why you have him. So, I mean, like, I realize that it's a kind of a weird thing, but there's side splitter comics and there's improv comics.
Yeah.
The comics on the side are blended together. Like, you guys are all friends
Right.
and stuff. But are you based out of either one, or are you just a freelance? I mean...
No, I do both when they allow me to. So, like, I don't...
But aren't they weird about that a little bit? I mean, and it's a business thing. It's not personal.
I'm not sure because I
don't
just
care.
well, honestly, because I don't care. Well,
Right.
I know Side Splitters. I know BT over at Side Splitters. I know he doesn't care where I work.
Right.
And then I do get to do the improv a couple times a year, and they might care, but I've never asked them.
Right.
So, like,
what's awesome is both venues have great comics.
Oh, yeah, they have
are
great
just
comics
great
there.
people.
Yeah.
Period. I mean, they've been very welcoming to us, if you will.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like I always tell people when we first went and saw Cam, which he's the one that made me want to bring comics in here, because the first time we saw him, and I tell everyone, I felt I can go up there and make people not laugh. You know what I mean?
Right.
I can do that. And then we saw him, what was it, a month and a half later?
It was probably in the 3 to 4 month range.
Dude, same jokes, different delivery.
Yeah, all of a sudden the same jokes are
Holy
working now. Yeah.
Hilarious. I'm like, that's awesome. That's why I'm not up there, because I can't do
And he
that.
had already had a year under his belt,
Right.
And he'd explained that to us because he was the first. I still don't know if he was the first actual in-guest comedian or in studio
Right.
guest, but he was definitely the top one and definitely one of the first comedians. And we've asked him
Okay.
about that, and he was kind of the first that talked about the template where there's kind of a 2 year, and then after that 2 year you kind of really start getting your feet wet. And
Right.
even Matt Fernandez said, your first 2 years you're going to suck. Get that out of the way.
They just
and
don't
then,
count.
Yeah.
Right.
Then go from there. So
Yeah,
we watched
I
Cam
would
kind
agree
of
with
get
that.
past that.
Yeah, I would agree with that. The first 2 years are rough. I was pretty lucky because, like I said before, I had done some acting, so I was a little bit more comfortable on stage. And a lot of times that's the biggest hurdle for guys to get over is just being comfortable up there.
Right.
It's like, yeah, their jokes are great, but they seem nervous. If you seem nervous at all, the audience isn't going to like you. So.
Tommy Gill. Dude,
Yeah.
I just went and saw Tommy Gill for the first time a few weeks back.
Right.
Some of the best material I've heard out there.
Right.
You know what I mean? But, like, I even talked to him afterwards, and it's like, he's killing it. People are dying laughing. Well, as soon as they start laughing, then he gets nervous. I'm like, that seems so ass backwards to me.
He's like, no, I don't want to blow it.
But, yeah, he admitted it, that he did. I'm like, but the material is phenomenal. I mean, seriously, it really is.
Yeah, and I think the only cure for that is just getting on stage over and over again.
Just keep doing it, right?
Yeah, at a certain point, you just don't even think about it anymore,
But, I mean,
I still get nervous, but it's like a good nervous,
Right, you can feed off of it as opposed
Right.
to being held down by it.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I can see that.
I did that here. I mean, it was 6 months into us by ourselves doing the show, and I remember that last time I was like, I don't want to do the show. Like
Yeah.
just like 30 minutes before the show, I don't want to do the show. The microphone opened up, and I still didn't want to talk. It was weird to me. It took forever. It took.
That's how it is at first. Is like you really, really want to do comedy, and then day of the show, you just feel sick.
I can imagine. Yeah, I public speaking now.
But now I have to get on stage. I haven't gone more than 7 days without getting on a stage in 7
I mean, do you
years.
get like cold sweats and shakes if you don't get up on
Yeah,
stage?
I start getting weird. I'm like, all right, I need to go talk. I need to talk this out.
Right. Your wife's like, just get on stage. Jesus Christ, I can't take it anymore.
Yeah. Now, how do you take the like the new material approach when you go up to an open mic? Let's say you do 4 minutes. I'm just going to throw a number out there. So let's say you do 4 minute set every once in a while. How do you incorporate new material? Do you constantly try and work the same joke out?
It depends. Usually, if I think the crowd is good or I like the crowd, I'll do like a couple of old ones that I know work first and get them going.
Okay.
But if I already don't like the crowd before I go on, I just get up there and
Straight to the crap.
just go right to the garbage that I wrote that day.
Gotcha.
And see how it does.
So if you don't like the crowd, you make sure they don't like you.
Exactly. Yeah. At this point, it might be counterproductive, but
No, it's genius if you ask me.
But sometimes I'll look at a crowd, or like you see the guys going on before me, and like if somebody gives like a groan or something to something that isn't even offensive, I go, you know what, fuck these people.
Suck it.
And they'll do that too, right? Like as soon as all of a sudden, hey, we're doing an open mic.
Yeah. If they're just being sad sacks, then you know what, I'm just gonna talk about these ideas, and then I'm gonna go away and not talk to any of you.
Have you ever had a joke that you loved, but it just kept failing?
Yeah.
So you had to let it go?
I don't even remember what it would be.
But you remember that feeling, right? I mean,
it still happens where I'm like, this is a great idea, and I go up there and it's like, it doesn't work at all.
You don't understand it.
Nobody likes this.
But how many times do you try to rework one before you just let go? Like, fuck it.
I don't know. It depends on the feeling, I guess. Sometimes like I'll say it and I'll be like, oh yeah, that isn't funny at all. I don't know why I thought that was funny. As soon as I say it out loud for the first time, I go, yeah, this is a mistake.
So I mean, have you ever had a favorite joke of your own?
I don't know. I think all my favorite ones are ones that are just the closest to true stories. Yeah.
So they're all your favorite.
Yeah.
I love them all. I mean,
yeah. I mean, there's some that are just like silly. They're just silly. They're not really based in reality or anything, and those are okay. But I like the ones where it's just like an actual story
That really happened.
of something
There's
that
no
happened
joke
to me.
there. It was just to happen.
Yeah, or I actually believe this.
Okay.
I mean,
those are the ones I like.
You ever done a joke up there where, like, after saying it and hearing yourself say it on stage, you were as mad as the audience was about you saying it?
No.
It's like, no, I see where you guys are coming from. That did kind of suck.
Yeah, no, I've said jokes where, I've like told the audience afterwards, like, yeah, don't worry, I'm not gonna do that.
Right. Right, you're the only ones that had to hear that shit.
Yeah, it's like, you'll never hear that again. Don't worry.
But yeah, back to like what you were saying, like watching the comedians ahead of you and the reaction in the crowd. We just saw Rio, Jonas, and Tommy out in Punta Gorda or whatever.
Okay.
And it was a predominantly older crowd, you know what I mean?
Right.
But not necessarily, but everyone in the front were older.
Right.
They were gray hairs.
I've been to Punta Gorda.
And like they weren't. The reaction was not great. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, they weren't being rude. They just weren't reacting. You know what I mean?
Fuck those people. Yeah.
And that's what Rio said.
Yeah.
Which was awesome.
That's why I like Rio.
'Cause before Jonas gets
you know
up,
what?
he's
Fuck
like,
these people.
He's like, if you guys think this is bad, wait until he gets up here and tells you guys to fuck off. and he did. I'm like, that's awesome though, right?
I don't know who goes to a comedy show and then sits in the front row and then crosses their arms and is like, I bet you can't make me laugh.
And
You
people
know, like-
do that though.
People do that, yeah. Like,
Dude,
if you're going to go to a comedy show, put it in your mind that you're going to have a good time. It's like when you go to Disney World. It's going to be a pain in the ass, but you're going to make yourself have a good time because you paid for it. You know?
But you don't know those people weren't drugged there by someone else. Like, they didn't want to go, but they were made to go type of thing.
but that
Stop
still
being
sounds
a
weird
weak
to me.
bitch. Yeah, if
Yeah.
you don't want to go, don't go.
That's just,
Kick your feet, take your ball home, and just stay there.
Yeah,
Have
go
a drink.
stay home and watch TV. I don't give a shit. If you don't want to be there, I don't want you to be there.
What? I'm sure you've had hecklers in all these years,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
What was the most fun heckler you've ever had?
The most
like the most fun you had with a heckler.
The most fun, it was on Halloween, and Dave Hines, he's like a local comedian
Yeah, we're familiar with him.
and books shows around here. He brought this girl with him who was obviously a stripper. He booked the show, so this was his show. He was in charge of the show. He brought this stripper, and she heckled me for my entire 20-minute set. And I kept destroying her over and over and over again, and everyone was laughing at her. And she still kept going because she's like she's a stripper. So she's used to being the center of attention.
Qualified that.
Yeah, she's like, oh my god, no one's ever told me to shut the fuck up before. You know, like,
Right.
I'm hot. I can't believe this guy doesn't want to talk to me. I'm so hot. Like,
Right. But I caught the same thing from you I did in the river.
and then I'm like, Dave, he's sitting right next to me. I'm like, tell her to shut the fuck up, Dave. Come on. You know, like,
So he brought a heckler.
yeah, he brought a heckler to the show that he booked.
That's genius.
Yeah,
That's actually, well, that's kind of like staging the crowd.
It ended up being
could
fun.
be.
I mean, comics don't like to deal with hecklers. We would rather do our material, but sometimes it ends up being really fun, you know? And this is one of those cases where I just got a lot of good jokes in. And I don't even remember what they were, but it was fun.
And I've seen both. Like, I've seen where it just turns into a great time for everyone, the heckler.
Yeah.
And then I've seen where they're just so obnoxious.
Just pull 'em out.
It's just it's not fun anymore.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then you have to have them, like, you hate to see that, but the staff will come and actually
Yeah, it's
ask
like,
them.
oh, why
to
are they
go.
kicking me out? I was just part of the show. No.
We
don't
actually
do it.
saw one time there was a guy and a lady. We watched them walk in together, sit down together. He came up to remove her, and he's like, "Are you guys together?" He's like, "No." They took her out, and he freaking stayed right in his goddamn seat. I'm like, I love that guy.
He's like, yeah, this is a Tinder date, and I am never talking to her again.
All right, well, we're closing out. Hey, tell everyone where they can find you on all the social medias, and if you have anything coming up, let them know.
Yeah, I got coming up. I will be in Tallahassee at Bird's Aphrodisiac Oyster Shack on May 8th. May 19th? No, wait.
That's fine, we'll wait.
Want me to read it for you?
Yeah. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong here. May 17th at Bird's Aphrodisiac Oyster Shack in Tallahassee. It's a premier place for comedy in Tallahassee. Then the next night I'll be in Crawfordville at some place. Bird's Aphrodisiac Shack on the water. I don't really know where Crawfordville is, so...
Well, we got Google, bro.
Yeah, let's hope I don't get killed there. And then May 26th and 27th I will be at Bonkers Comedy Club in Homosassa, and then in Ocala. And then Friday, June 9th, I will be in Pensacola at the Back Porch Bar and Grill.
So anywhere within 30 minutes?
I mean, I'll be around. I'll be around. I'll be dropping into...
Text me.
Yeah, I'll be dropping into like some open mics and stuff, and then I have a open mic every Monday at the Dunedin Brewery. And you can find all my dates, johnjcomedy.com, and check me out on Facebook, John J. S. Planet, and Twitter at Something Planet.
Right,
Check
cool.
out my podcast, Something Planet, and Mysteriousnesses. We're also on Bubba Army Radio, Saturday and Sunday at 6 p.m.
Saturday and Sunday.
Yep.
So you just got to one-up us freaking left.
Yeah.
This is bullshit.
All right, catch him.
Dude, thank
We're
you
on
very
some
much
time
for
now.
coming in. You were
Thanks for
awesome
having
guest,
me.
dude.
Thank you.
And we will post all that stuff in print so that people, because they're not
Thank
paying
you guys. I
attention, they're
appreciate it.
drunk.
Yeah.
Dude, we love you.
Love you guys. Have me
right.
back again.
Nope, thanks for coming in. Yeah, definitely we will have you back. Let's see. I'm trying to follow this here. June. Where are we in? May. Polar Summer next week. Tune in for that. 11th, we're going to take off Rooftop Comedy. Jander Gray, the 18th, and Jeff.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I'll be on the Rooftop show.
Oh, sweet.
Almost forgot about that.
All right, well, check us out on the 11th. We'll be out there with everybody else.
And you were within 30 minutes?
I'm the worst.
Off the rooftop.
All right, we'll be
I'm
back
the worst.
next.
Yeah, Rooftop Comedy Show. It's a secret show. It's a secret show. That's why I didn't want to
We're going to have
promote
like 25 people with us, so it's not that secret.
Okay.
We'll be back next week. You're listening to Open Mic Live. See ya.
Love you, bitches.